Welcome to Ecstatic Yoga. I'm Grace. So happy you are here with me today for our floor flow. We're going to begin this practice with a little bit of pranayama and focus the entire practice on this anandamaya kosha, on this crown chakra, and allowing ourselves to truly bask in the bliss body. This is our most expanded kosha, and this is our deepest inward state. So it's the innermost aspect of our being, and it expands out infinitely. And anandamaya kosha is where this part of ourselves that is unchanging, this part of ourselves that is always constantly pure, unchanging love, exactly as we were created and sustained by our Creator Source. And it is the true self, the true identity, the true nature of our being. And it's really beautiful and comforting to know that with all the ever-changing of the physical body, all the koshas, even the Vijnanamaya kosha, the changing, ever-changing and shifting dynamics going on around us, there's a place inside that we can connect to that is silent and still, that is truly unchanging. It is always that pure love, that pure innocence, that shining perfect peace. And those states we can always access. Even in all the turmoil, we can come in to this anandamaya kosha, this deepest, innermost sanctuary of our being. And we can experience the peace that we are. Pure love, joy, holy, perfect innocence that is always available, can never be threatened, can never change, can never alter. To know that true identity is always protected. And this is what yoga is about, is yoking with and becoming one with all the aspects of our being, including this eternal self, this anandamaya kosha, this bliss body. So sitting in a nice comfortable position, we're going to do a couple pranayamas, and then we're going to move into some floor practice with that intention of basking in the anandamaya kosha, the bliss body. So finding a comfortable seat and feeling that earth underneath you, feeling your body, those sits bones connecting to the planet. Just sit in sukhasana, a nice seated position. You can find a hand mudra. I'm going to be in bikini where all my fingertips and the thumbs touch. I love this hand mudra because it connects all the meridians and it creates a nice closed circuitry in the body. So the energy continues to generate through the body. And as you gently engage the bandhas, that seals the energy in so nothing leaks out. And we can bring in more vitality into our body systems. And beginning to just rest in mindful breath awareness. Present to the breath. And if you haven't already, dropping that breath down to the belly so that we're breathing into that lower abdomen. The natural way to breathe. Triggering the parasympathetic nervous system, the relaxation response. And let's move into that 3-part yogic breath, breathing into the belly, the ribs, and the chest. Pausing at the top, natural pause, releasing whenever you need to, and then letting go. Remembering through this practice, it's your practice. If you ever need to come out of a pose, please, you're always free to come into seated or resting, savasana, standing. Also, if there's any pain, always back off of your pose. We're just asking that we rest on a gentle edge, pushing or striving. We don't want to stretch that rubber band out and let it snap. But we're not practicing to be real loosey-goosey. We're not on the couch eating chips. So we're going to create a nice, gentle stretching. Find a gentle edge. A few more 3-part yogic breaths on your own. And we're going to move into a little viloma, interrupted breathing against the current. So as we continue this 3-part yogic breath, you breathe into the belly and then pause a moment as you engage the bandhas. And then move up to the ribs, pause, and then bringing the breath into the chest and the clavicular area. A gentle pause, and then letting the breath go. So we'll continue for a little while in this way, and then we'll do Viloma on the exhale. Inhaling into the belly, pause, the ribs, pause, and the chest, pause. And letting it go, and continuing on your own pace, your own rhythm. Viloma on the inhale. And at the bottom of the next inhale, we're just going to take a 3-part yogic breath without interruption. And we're going to exhale and interrupt the exhale. So exhaling a third of the breath and pause. Another third and pause. And then the last little bit of third and pause. And let it go. Do one more together. Inhaling belly, ribs, in chest. And begin the exhale. Exhaling a third and pause. Hold the breath. Exhaling another third and pause. Hold the breath. And our last third and pause. And then letting everything go. And continuing a few more on your own. And one more breath. Letting everything go on that final exhale. And keeping the eyes closed, let's check in and scan the body. Moving through those koshas. Noticing this anandamaya kosha, the physical body, this physical sheath or layer. And noticing how that's doing. Moving into the pranamaya kosha. How is the energy, your energy, the energy systems? Moving into mental, emotional, manamaya kosha. How is that mental, emotional state? Just noticing with no judgment, feeling fully what is arising. Moving into that Vijnanamaya kosha. The wisdom body, the intuition, the five senses. Expanded self. And then knocking on that door of samadhi, entering into that anandamaya kosha. Expanding and resting in that silent stillness. And basking in that bliss, that true nature. And taking this moment to set a personal intention for the practice. Our community intention is to bask in this anandamaya kosha. And maybe something personal that you want to intend while you sit in meditation. And feel all the same emotions you'd feel that intention was fully manifest right here now. And releasing that intention with a this or better, this or better, this or better. Let's come opening the eyes and coming back. We begin the practice. Back a little bit. And start to move side to side. It's going to be a floor practice, so we're not going to be leaving the floor. Staying right here on the earth, maybe making some circles. We won't be coming to standing. Maybe coming to table, hands and knees. If there's any spots you need to massage, gently massage those. A little bit of a sore back, so I'm going to be kind of careful here. And make sure to go the other direction in your circles. Let's move into a nice, show you a nice closed twist and an open twist on this practice today. So a closed twist is when you bring your arm across the body and we twist. So if I take this right hand on the left knee, the left hand is behind the left buttocks. I'll inhale. We'll practice a closed twist first and then twist. With every inhale, lengthening the spine. And with every exhale, see if you can twist a little deeper. And then coming back to center, we move to the other side. I'll take the left hand on the right knee, right hand on the earth behind the buttocks. Inhaling, lengthening, and exhaling, twisting to gaze out over that right shoulder. One more breath here. And coming back to neutral. So if you want to have an open twist, and I'll have my legs out. So if I have an open twist, I'm going to be just having this hand is right here, and I'm going to just simply twist without bringing a hand across. It's a nice open twist. So we can practice that. We'll go on that left side again, gazing out over that left shoulder. Instant inhale and lengthen. Exhale, twist. One more breath. And coming back to center. We'll move to the other side. And the legs can be out or they can be together. Just want to make sure that there's no crossing of the arm across the body. And this is very good for pregnancy. If you have your belly, you can, in your second and third trimester, you can do some gentle twists, but you want them to be open twists so you're not constraining the belly. And if you're going to do the twist, it would come from the shoulders. So you want to always keep an open twist. So we'll keep an open twist here and have it move more from the shoulders if we're pregnant. Inhaling, lengthening, and exhaling, letting those shoulders twist you. And one more breath. Beautiful job. Gentle twist. Let's open the hands, clasp them, bring them up overhead. Just a nice little lateral. We move the spine in a twist, and you can move the spine laterally. We want to move it in all the different directions. Keeping that breath flowing. Move over to each side one more time. And coming back to center. Beautiful job. Let's move into a Baddha Konasana. Bring the feet together. Clasp those hands around the feet. We'll flap those butterfly wings. And you can imagine that you are a butterfly and all that you're witnessing as you bask in your anandamaya kosha, just the bliss and the freedom to be able to fly. See all the different perspectives of being up high from when you were a caterpillar and all you saw was the earth and down low. Now you can have a vaster perspective. And slowing down those wings, bringing those legs and those knees to the earth. Inhaling, lengthening the spine. And exhaling, hinging forward. And hinge till you find your hips are going to tell you that's about my edge. Taking a breath on this edge as you just rest on this gentle edge. And at the very, very end of your exhale, allowing yourself to round, hinging a little deeper if you can, and finding your forward fold in this. And breathe. Relax in the breath. Basking in that anandamaya kosha. Diving deep into the heart. And one more breath here. And inhale coming up. Beautiful job. Let's do a nice wide leg forward fold. So we're going to first go right down the center. So inhaling, lengthening, and exhaling, hinging forward, right down the center, noticing the stretch on the inner thighs, noticing the sensations, finding that edge, taking a nice deep breath on that edge. Very bottom of your breath, see if you can hinge a little deeper and allow the spine to round. Forward folds are always the invitation to go in, basking in anandamaya kosha. basking in the bliss. And on the next inhale, coming up, jaw. Let's go to each side. Face this left foot. Square those hips a little. Inhaling, lengthening up. And exhaling, hinging at that hip. And coming over, rounding the spine. Giving that foot a little massage. Bringing some self-love into the practice. Loving this sacred foot. Your beautiful foot. You can flex and extend. Noticing the sensation in the left leg. And relaxing in this pose as you bask in the anandamaya kosha, that bliss body. And inhale, coming up. And move to the other side. Seeing that right leg squaring straight, facing that. Inhaling, lengthening the spine. And exhaling, hinging forward. Into a nice hinge and allowing the spine to round. Giving this foot some love. Flex and extend this foot. And then taking a moment to rest in this pose, rest in that bliss body. And on the next inhale, coming up. Beautiful job. We're all set up for fire log. Let's move into fire log. So I'm going to take my right leg and bend that. Bring that right shin parallel to the front of the mat. And I'm going to take the left leg and I'm going to stack the left ankle right over the right knee. And the right ankle is going to be aligned with the left knee. So the knees and ankles are aligned and the feet are going to flex. Inhaling, lengthening, and exhaling, hinging forward. Finding your hinge, finding your gentle edge and resting there. Noticing the sensations as you are embodied in that anandamaya kosha. And allowing yourself to also bask in anandamaya kosha. More expanded bliss body. One more breath here. Next inhale, gently coming up. Let's release those legs. Go to the other side. This left leg in, bringing it parallel to the floor. And then stacking right ankle on the left knee above the right ankle. Flexing those feet, inhaling as you lengthen. Exhaling, hinging forward. And finding your hinge. And breathe in that gentle edge, noticing sensation and basking in the bliss. And one more breath. And coming up from your inhale. Beautiful. Let's release those legs. Let's come up to a table pose. So in our table pose, the wrists are right under the shoulders. Knees are under the hips. We move into some cat-cow. In your cow, feeling a nice arch of the back. Head lifts up. Tail points up. Nice arch in your back. Extension of the spine. In your inhale, your exhale, we're going to move into cat. Rounding the back. Tailbone tucks under, head looks in towards the thighs and the legs. Maybe next time you get into child's pose, you might want to bring those hips back. Feeling a stretch on the back. Make some circles from side to side. Noticing the sensations. Moving back and forth in your cat-cow, adding any little spontaneous movements that might feel good. And coming back to center. We're going to move into a little pigeon here. So we're going to take that right leg, bring it up, bending that knee. Back leg can stretch back. My right leg forward, my left leg stretching back. Inhale as you lengthen up. Square up on this leg. You don't want to be resting down on the buttocks. And then take a breath here. Feel that nice hip opening on the left side. And you can exhale as you come down. And relax in this pose as you bask in the bliss body. And one more breath. And coming up. And let's bring that foot forward and we'll move into a nice little lunge. Lunging forward. Feeling that hip opener again on the left side. And lunging back. And stretch on the lower back and the back leg muscles. You can flex and extend that foot. And making this your practice. Going back and forth at your own pace. Noticing the sensations in your body. Allowing yourself to maintain that connection to the anandamaya kosha, inner bliss. Beautiful job. Coming back into table, we're going to do the same to the other side. So I'm kind of getting faded out here in the sun. Let's take the left leg up. We're going to bend the knee. And we move into a pigeon on this side. Inhaling, lengthening. Taking a couple breaths here as you notice that hip opening on the right side. When you're ready, hinging over. Resting in your pigeon as you bask in your bliss, your anandamaya kosha. One more breath. And on the inhale, gently coming up. And you bring that left foot forward and move into a lunge rocks on this side. Lunging forward as you open up the right hip. And as you lunge back, a nice stretch in the low back and the back leg muscles. Flex and extend that foot, bringing some more sensation. And just basking in this flow, feeling a sense of peace, deep contentment, and inner ecstasy is always safe and available within you. Keep the breath flowing. Coming back to center and moving into a child's pose. Resting in that heart, in that anandamaya kosha. Taking one last breath in child's pose. And gently coming up. We're going to be up on our knees and move into a Ustrasana camel pose. So there are a few ways we can do this. And we're going to bring the hands onto the small of our back. Trying to keep those hips in alignment with the knee, moving into a gentle back bend. And this can be your pose. And for pregnancy, you want to stay right here into a gentle back bend, no more than this. If you'd like to come up onto the toes or come directly to the heels, you can do that. Just remember to bring those hips back over the knees. And breathe. One more breath. On your inhale coming up. And we are going to move into some spinal rocks. So we come down onto our backs. I think I'm just going to come straight onto the back. Rocking back and forth. And let's move into losing my shade here. I'm going to move into a 4 supine pigeon. So I'm going to take that left ankle and rest it on the right knee. Just above the knee, bring that right leg in, clasping my hands behind the hamstring and gently pulling the leg into the body. Noticing sensation, basking in the nectar of your own beingness. Anandamaya kosha. Releasing that leg. Hello, Xander. Okay. Hi, baby. And we move to the other side. It's our ecstatic yoga kitty cat. Yeah. And bringing that left leg up, clasping the hands behind the left hamstring and gently pulling that into the body. And breathe. And releasing that left leg. And let's bring the feet together in Baddha Konasana. Gently pulling the feet in towards the body. Laying in your gentle edge. You can rock a little bit. Let's bring those legs straight up. And the hands behind them and gently pulling them into the body. And then bringing them out nice and wide and pulling them into the body. All set up now for our baby. Bending the knees nice and wide. Hands on the outside of the feet and gently pulling those feet down. Opening up the hips. Breathing into the belly. Basking in anandamaya. And then rolling around in your happy baby. Our last pose. Any last pose you'd like to make today? A nice gentle practice. As we get ready for our savasana. Gently finding your savasana pose. I'm gonna sit up over here in the shade. See if we have any shade. Move this over this way a little. Finding a nice, comfortable savasana position. As I move into some shade. There we go. Perfect. Yeah. Closing the eyes, letting the body sink deeply into your savasana pose. Sinking deeply into yourself, into the earth. Pachamama. Letting everything go. Relaxing all the physical body systems, the energy systems. Letting the mind and the emotions relax. In the wisdom body. And allow yourself to simply bask in no effort. allowing, surrendering into the anandamaya kosha as you rest in that silent stillness and allow this practice to naturally integrate, allowing your wisdom body to integrate deep relaxation into every cell and every molecule, every energy system of your body. Taking a nice deep breath into the lower belly. Beginning to come back, wiggling the fingers and the toes, stretching out the arms and the legs. Feel those muscles in the body back, deeply rooted in your anandamaya kosha, your physical body, and rolling over to one side or the other. Taking a nice deep breath on your side, feeling the shifts of fluids and organs, energies. And when you're ready, coming up to a seated position. Taking a moment to check in with the body, noticing any shifts in the physical body, the prana body, the inner being, the emotional body, the mental state. Bringing yourself back to that intention that you set. And we'll conclude with a namaste. I honor the place in you in which the entire universe dwells. I honor the place in you which is of love, light, truth, and peace. When you are in that place in you, and I am in that place in me, we are one. Namaste. Thank you for joining me for ecstatic yoga floor practice, focusing on our anandamaya kosha. I am Grace with Ecstatic Yoga, wishing you a most beautiful and most blessed day. Namaste.